Hi, I'm Jeff Gonzalez, president of Trident Concepts, and today I'd like to talk to you about keeping your concealed carry training current. So what do we mean by that? If you're going to carry a firearm and you're going to carry it concealed, just going through getting your license to carry or your handgun license is probably not enough. And especially if you did that training 3-5 years ago. Every state's a little different in their issuing. Some of them will renew on a 5-year rotation, some are 10 years, some don't have renewals. So my point is that if that's all you've done, you probably are not really that prepared. So when you talk about the type of training that you should be considering, it needs to be comprehensive. And I mean, it doesn't just need to cover how to shoot a handgun. It needs to also talk about the mental aspect of carrying a handgun, as well as how to employ lethal force or the justification for lethal force. So you need to also get into the legal aspects. So when we talk about these subjects, when you're looking at a training organization to go through, you want to make sure that their material, their curriculum is, well, it's established, number one, but it's also relevant and recent, meaning that they're constantly taking into account current trends, patterns, new developments in technology and equipment, and they're implementing all of that into their curriculum. The second thing that you want to kind of look at is when you're seeking out training, the training, particularly when it comes to concealed carry, needs to have a little bit of not just the shooting, but the legal stuff. So if you can go to a class that they can talk about the legal aspect of using lethal force. In other words, they can paint the picture for when lethal force is justified for you. And that can help tie into the drills that you're doing. So now you're putting a little bit of relevancy to what you're doing on the firing line. That's going to go a long way. Now, ultimately, it's your responsibility to make sure that you're properly prepared for all of this. So what are some of the actual core skills that you need? We talk about this in our classes. There's a lot of core skills. Aside from the legal aspects of knowing your state's laws, let's talk about what are some of the core skills with the handgun. Things like how to present the gun from a holster, particularly from concealed, but also how to present from a ready position. Because if you have the opportunity to draw the gun before you actually have to shoot the gun, that's a good thing. Then being able to handle any type of stoppages. Those can be malfunctions as well as reloads. Then shooting the trigger manipulation, both for precision as well as speed, because those can sometimes be two different animals that you need to manage. Everything else from shooting on the move, to shooting with your weak hand and strong hand, to shooting multiple threats, to the proper use of cover and concealment, to low light, no light, and weapon lights and handheld lights. These are all some of the core skills that you need to make sure that you are at least aware of, that you're seeking out education and training for, because this is what creates that comprehensive knowledge base that you need to be really prepared to carry a handgun concealed for self-defense. So we'll go in, we'll expand upon a lot of these core skills in the video segments that we do down the road. But for now, if you have any questions, please make sure you post them down below. Check out all our other videos, and until then, take care and stay safe.